Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how much out of my wheelhouse I am going today. It's crazy. But you know, times like these call for some comfort foods. I got some baking soda, some baking powder. When I was growing up, we used Crisco. Yeah, got me some Crisco vegetable shortening here. I'm from Georgia and Alabama. I can talk like that if I want to. Or we are going to make some homemade buttermilk biscuits. Comforting, trying times, you know, needs comforting food. So here we go. In case you haven't seen the video that I shot just prior to this one, this is the easiest black bean soup you will ever make. So, because everybody needs lots of love. Giving a shout out here to my friend Chef Pascal, Old Hots Cafe Jardin, for the black beans. They were so hard to come by during quarantine, but Chef Pascal sent me a 6-pound can of black beans, and that's why that is the easiest black bean soup recipe you'll ever have. Okay, when I was first in the industry, all the chef coats were these big frumpy chef coats. I couldn't stand it. I was this like weird chef that would show up in heels and a sexy apron. Some places even wouldn't ask me back because I was so out of fashion. I wasn't kitchen appropriate. So let me tell you, I'm kitchen appropriate in my chef uniform, chef coat. So I have 2 cups of pre-sifted all-purpose flour here. And then I took baking powder. Whenever I'm making a southern recipe, I have to speak southern. I don't know what it is, whether it's cornbread or what have you, fried chicken. And these are recipes I know. I'm the Bikini chef and people are like, what, you eat this stuff? I do not eat this stuff all the time, clearly, but not on a daily basis, okay? All right, back to the recipe. So we have 2 teaspoons of baking powder and we have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to mix this up because you want it all to blend, okay? You just don't want to put your next ingredient in there without that being blended together. Okay, now I'm going to add in, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to add in my shortening. This is when, you know, shortening to me is kind of like Kleenex. It's a brand name, but shortening's not. But what I am going to say next is, and that's Crisco. If you were a girl from the South, growing up when I did, shortening was called Crisco. And it's still called Crisco to me. Now I'm going to take a pastry cutter, and again, I repeat, when I was growing up, we just used a knife and a fork, and it works really well. So I'm going to cut this in, literally cut this in to the dry mixture. Can you see it? Cut this in, and I'm gonna keep doing this until it becomes a meal, you know, kind of like work together, a meal like we all wanna work together. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. This is probably gonna be the longest video ever, but I don't care. As long as you learn something and you're entertained, that's fine with me. Okay, so I'm gonna literally cut that in. If you don't have one of these little gadgets, don't worry about it. Use a knife and a fork, or 2 knives. That's what we used to do, 2 knives. You can ask my mama. My mama named Melba, and actually this recipe is from my cookbook, Cooking with Susan Southern Family Favorites. You can get it on Amazon, or you can buy it straight through me at thebikinishef.com, and I will sign it for you. This recipe is from Mom Blocka. Mom Blocka was my mama's, now that's a good question. Mom Blocka, I think it was it was either my mama's mama or my mama's mama's mama, which would make that her great grandmama. Okay, that is mealy mouse enough. We're good. Now guess what? We're gonna make the buttermilk biscuits part of the buttermilk. We're gonna add in 1 cup. Here's my cup. I got my oven preheated, by the way, to 450 degrees. Did you see that? Froze a little in there, and I froze some in the container. And look, now we have buttermilk biscuits. Now I'm gonna take my spatula, and I'm gonna just work this around. You kinda, what I do, I learned this in Italy actually. You just kinda work the liquid into the flour mixture. You don't need like, shh. You just kinda fold it in like that, see? You just keep doing that until it's all incorporated and you have this nice dough-like mixture. Now what I'm gonna share with you is that different climates, different altitudes can impact the consistency. You know, maybe your flour is, you know, maybe I was a little bit heavy on my cup of flour, maybe it wasn't exact. So if your dough is too sticky, you might want to add a tiny bit of flour. If your dough is too dry, you might want to add a little bit more buttermilk, okay? What you don't want to add is more salt and baking powder and baking soda. This actually is like the perfect consistency. It is so good. And I'm not just saying that. It is. It is so good. So, any kind of recipe, you want to read it all the way through before you start the recipe. Because you don't want to get halfway through and go, oh, I was supposed to separate the eggs, or oh, I needed to save those egg whites, or oh, shoot, I'm at a critical stage and I need vanilla extract, or anything. So what you do need though is big jewelry, not. But when you're cooking at home and not in a restaurant, you can wear whatever you want. And that's why I love my Bikini fashionable chef coats. I love my big jewelry and a fashionable chef coat calls for fashionable earrings. Remember? This is, I've really got to say, quarantine cooking has been very good to me. This is the perfect dough consistency. It really is. Okay, so kneading dough, you press down. You can't see. And you can't see, I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, you press down. Oh, sorry. You fold it in. And then you press down and you fold it in. Press down. You fold it in. And not too many times, because see, now it's getting really, really moist. So I'm going to take some of that pre-sifted flour, not too much, and I'm going to put it on my cutting board here. Woo, just a little. You just want a lightly floured surface. Excellent. Then I'm going to go get my rolling pin and roll it out. And then once I roll it out, I'm going to put it on my baking sheet and put it in the oven. And about 10 minutes later, we'll have biscuits. My dough's ready to roll out. Got my rolling pin. This recipe says it will make about 10 biscuits. My dough is just perfect. Maybe it's because it's raining outside, I'm not sure. But then I have my pastry cutter here, my little biscuit cutter, cookie cutter. Awesome, look at that. Perfect. Biscuits, right? That was 3. Southern buttermilk biscuit. Yeah. My parents are from Alabama. My mama actually was born in Chicago, which is very interesting. She was born there because her daddy went to work there during the Depression. So I have 5 biscuits. I need 5 more. So I got, all right, 2 more biscuits. 1 I don't want to scrimp on the last one. I'll make it just perfect. That over. Awesome. The only thing better than making buttermilk biscuits during quarantine is if my whole family was here. But they're all in quarantine around the country. Okay, so that's biscuit number 10. I have a little bit left over. So I'm just gonna make one, what my ex-husband, my first ex-husband, used to call cat head biscuits. I wasn't very good at making biscuits. Back in that day, I was like my early 20s. And he used to make fun of my biscuits and say they were cat head biscuits. Yeah. Okay, so these biscuits are gonna go in the oven for about 12 minutes. And then when they come out, we're gonna have dinner. We're gonna have black bean soup with a little goat cheese and cherry on top, and some southern buttermilk biscuits with butter and honey. You can see, this is my cat head biscuit. See? Kind of looks like a cat head. Yeah. Yummy, yummy. Which one am I gonna try? I'm gonna try a little small one right here. Our black bean soup is ready. I'm gonna ladle some in here. Ooh. Look at that. Nice and hot, flavorful. You want it to be kind of thick. Yes, you do. And I made a mess as usual. Oh yeah, I did. I just did that. Then I'm gonna take a little goat cheese. Put a little goat cheese right on the top. You don't need much. And that little splash of sherry. That's it. That's all you need. First, I can't wait. When I really sit down to eat this, I'm gonna put some butter and honey on it. Look. Bikini comfort food. Oh, I'm in Alabama already. Stir that in. You ready? Oh my word. You have to try this. Easiest black bean soup ever. Southern buttermilk biscuits. Bikini lifestyle is a lifestyle. A bikini chef, you can eat this food on occasion and be bikini. It's healthy. And I'll have all the information about the health of black beans, protein, fiber, and more in the recipe on my website, thebikinishef.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you were here and we could all sit down together. Again, check out chef uniforms for chef coats. Chef Pascal, if you're in Orange County, California, give him your grocery list during quarantine and he will hook you up.